guys. I haven't made a video in a while, but I decided just do this on a whim. I'm planning on doing another hike at the Art Lobe Trail just during my so-called Christmas vacation. I'm working full-time right after Christmas, and I didn't think anyone would probably get me these because of the cost, but I got myself, as you can see by the title, some Locus gear poles. So just first off, service is awesome. I don't remember his name. No. But I think a lot of people. The guy who does Locus gear, he got these out real quick. I ended up having to pay a little bit more in shipping cost than he stated. I think total cost was like $135, including shipping to the U.S. from Japan. And shipping was, except for one hiccup, was insanely fast. They ordered these Monday night, so didn't get processed until Tuesday, which I don't know how the time change affects that. I'm just saying, I'm in Eastern time, U.S. So, and they shipped out Wednesday in Tokyo. Got the Tokyo Wednesday, and then by Saturday morning they were here in Boone, North Carolina. So that's pretty much 3 days, pretty much 4 days to the time I placed my order. I got these to the East Coast of the U.S. So you can get these in like a week anywhere in the U.S. pretty much, which is crazy. The hiccup I had shipped these to my work, and so of course they're not open on Saturday, so they couldn't deliver. And for some reason it delivered after 5 on Monday. I guess they had a lot of packages, so they couldn't deliver yesterday. Today's Tuesday, and they got it delivered, thankfully. But enough of that. I'll get these unpackaged. Obviously I already opened it. Get this cool, I think this is a little sticker. Can I open this? Put it on something. Let's see. Yeah, I believe that's a sticker. Yeah, 5th year anniversary Locus gear sticker. Let's see. So far, first impressions, I was really impressed with these poles. Get this one out here. So this is how they're packaged, if you're curious. Just a kind of type of cardboard envelope tube, and wrapped in bubble wrap. They're not super protected, but you know they're carbon fiber and plastic, so I don't think anything sitting on top of them is going to damage them really any. And mine are not damaged as far as I can tell. So I think packaging is just fine with it for what they are. This is one that was unopened. I opened this one already. So it has a piece of tape here just to hold it. Get that plastic. And then it has, I forgot what these are called, the feet that thing that goes at the bottom, just to cover it. I'll just put a flash up what they're called. Foam grips, first impressions. So they're actually a lot stiffer than I thought they would be in terms of the foam. Might or might not be a good thing. Get my other. These are my old poles, which I'll have as backups and just for other people to use spares. Now these have, my parents won these, so they gave them to me. They're like an anti-shock thing. Never get an anti-shock pole. Mine just broke them, both poles now, and it just makes it harder because when you're going uphill and you're trying to push or do something, the shock goes in and absorbs some of your momentum, and yeah, it just makes it harder to go uphill and stuff like that. I mean, it helps a tiny bit going downhill, but nothing that's noticeable in shock absorption. Just better not to have it, save weight. These poles both poles combined weigh 21 ounces, so like 10.5 each. Both of these combined are supposed to weigh that much, yeah. I'll compare the weights afterwards. But these poles did well. They have just a plastic handle here, and some like vents on the back, which actually kind of got annoying after a while, and as well as the strap kind of got annoying after a while. But they worked for free. I think they were like $60 poles or something when new. So definitely good, good for starter poles. That's for sure. For these, however, first impressions, grip, I go what everyone else says. It's okay. I'm not gonna probably replace it with the Gossamer Gear LT4 grips, but mainly because one, I like the straps. Two, I don't think you can get the LT4 grip with the strap. But yeah, I think these will work fine. They fit my hand well, and the soft grip should probably keep my hand maybe a tiny bit warmer in the winter time, and would have been more comfortable with all the grooves in there as well, I'd say, just in general. The strap I like is a little bit lighter weight. It's easier to bend around where it needs and won't be as thick. Dig it into your wrist, and overall looks look awesome. All this, see if I can get this up here, because I'm gonna have a hard time focusing this. Okay, I don't know if you can tell in the video, but it's kind of like a holographic type of look on the pole. It's really cool. Obviously carbon fiber. You can see the braids all the way down. I think this is the, I want to say I had something else that had a tiny piece of carbon fiber, but this is the biggest thing I have with carbon fiber in it. Oh yeah, that's what it is. I think part of my tent pole has carbon fiber in it or something, for the feet of my tarp tent. And this is like the biggest thing I have that has carbon fiber in it. And you can see the logo there, nice and simplistic. I like that, as well as like it kind of pops. It's like carbon fiber with a plastic tube over the top is what it's like, I guess. Now these flick flops, I'll show you that real quick here. So they're kind of loose at first. I think they're purposely meant that way for air pressure changes and other stuff, and maybe just to easily pull them apart or something when you first get them. So obviously you're gonna have to adjust them based on what you see. But well, I'll show you kind of some pressure tests, and I won't probably do like an official review of my opinions on this pole until maybe I'll do it after my art load. That's at least 30 miles. So that might be a good review time after that. Let's see. Take this off, and you just have to unscrew this, screw this in a little bit, clamp it down. That simple. Much simpler than, I'll show you these poles. So in the winter time, you're having the grip metal, one, that's a problem. Two, sometimes they're wet and they slip, and that's another problem. And so to do this, and you twist it down, usually they will hold if you really grip them, but then you get this spring action in here, which really made it hard to get my shoulder just right, because it will press down depending on how much weight. You're supposed to be able to twist it a little bit and lock like that. This pole is the one that actually works. The other one actually slips. So yeah, that's a big upgrade over this pole. So let's open this pole up. I'm gonna have to learn metric. I've been needing to learn metric, even I'm in the US. I've got Celsius down pretty well, I think, because I use it with computer stuff all the time. Let's say 125 centimeters. I'm 5'4", so I'm pretty short for a guy, but we'll see that. I didn't have the screw very tight either, so we'll see how well that works. When I tested on the other pole over here, it held pretty well. Let's put it at 115. That's actually too high for me. See, if I put the lower pole down, maybe it has a less chance of breaking. Say, Put that one lowest on there. That's pretty tight. Can't push it in, and it latches real easy. So I could probably just tighten this up just a tad. It's a pretty stiff latch. Move this down to 120 centimeters. Tighten that just up just a tad. Yeah, that's a good, nice, tight fit. Still a little bit high here. Down to 115. Yep. Joys of being short. That's actually about right. I think that's parallel. Okay. So I'm gonna go refocus this. Okay. So you'll see me here. I kinda can't see my screen. But I'm gonna push down weight directly. And they slipped. But I probably pushed at least 30 pounds minimum. And that, which one slipped? It's the bottom one that slipped. So all I have to do is just pop this back up here. Tighten this up a little bit. It's a good tight fit. Same for this one, I'm going to tighten up. That's a tight fit. Yep, I put in camera stopped recording, but yep, got these fixed. Okay, about the same height, close enough. I think I got this one tight. Now I'm gonna like put full body weight on these. I'm 123 pounds, so not too heavy. But I was able to put more than full body weight to pick myself up. And maybe the tiniest bit of bend, but I put my body weight on these a ton. They get down steep rocks and stuff. And these are actually stronger than I thought they would be. They feel really sturdy. Like I don't know if I can actually break this myself if I wanted to. If I put it on my knee properly, it probably hurt a lot too. But I probably could break the bottom section, but these middle sections and the top section, I don't think of breaking very easy. So this is actually really sturdy for what I thought it is. Yeah, the reason the video is so long is I'm trying to get everything I can. There's not much information on these that I can tell. So I spent a lot of hours scouring the internet to find whatever I could on these poles. I'm trying to get whatever I can in videos. Let's just get the weight. So cut this piece off here. Break it off. So weight without the basket. Yeah, the baskets, that's what they're called. And the foot. I want to have this rubber foot. Glad that actually came with that though. So it's actually compact these down. It's so easy to. Ow. Well, I'll pinch myself. I'm gonna have to watch that in the field. That's kind of loose, I guess. I guess you're gonna have to adjust it. Seal that down. Make sure the strap's on there. Oh, come on now. 5.4 ounces. And for your gram people, that is 153 grams. Now we're going to weigh the other one. Just, you know, these have their weight discrepancies as well. Get the ounce, 5.4. this one off. Let's take off the basket here. I'm also hoping to get a stick pick for these. They get my iPhone on. I'll see about that in another video. On my scale here. 5.4, they're exactly the same weight versus my other poles are 0.1 ounce, no, half an ounce off. I think one's like a half an ounce heavier, which is odd. It might be something to do with like a spring. I did take it apart once, so it could be a part of the spring fell out. It's very possible. Let's get both of these on here and see if it doubles the weight. 10.8 ounces for both, without the baskets and without the rubber feet. I don't think I would need the rubber feet unless I was somewhere with a lot of rocks. But yeah, grams, 307 grams. So you can compare that to his website, whatever he says. I think it's like 301 maybe. Maybe slightly over. It's whatever. That's a few grams. But my goal is to get it under 11 ounces. And so 10.8 ounces for both. And my one pull here. This is mainly why I went with these poles over the Cascade Mountain Tech poles. Because I definitely wanted the extra weight loss, that's for sure. These, well, if I can get the strap on here, I actually weigh the same amount. Come on. It's 10.6, but the strap might. Come on. There we go. 10.7, so it's 0.1 ounce less. Of course, there's a little bit of dirt and wear and tear on this, but 0.1 ounce less for one trekking pole of my old aluminum ones. And they don't even really have a brand on them. I think they were just like a generic, or Sierra STDC, I guess maybe, worn off now. They really wasn't really fond of the blue color either, but they were free, yeah. But yeah, so these two trekking poles weigh 0.1 ounce more than that trekking pole. I think I tried to take off the basket on that one, but it wouldn't come off, so of course it has a basket on it. So if you wanted to add both baskets here, it'd be fair. 11.4 ounces, so you're talking about just over a half an ounce heavier. I mean, lighter, yeah, heavier for two poles than it is for one. So that's a very big weight increase. I don't know how much that's going to affect my stamina when I'm hiking, you know, swinging a pole all day. But it very well could make a difference. You know, if half a pound on your feet makes, you know, a couple pound difference on your back, whatever it is. It's a pound per 5 pounds, so yeah, a half pound would be like 2.5 pound difference on your back. Maybe a half a pound in trekking poles will make a big difference as well. So that's my logic there. But overall, this is my first impressions on these poles. See if there's anything else. Let me see if I can get this tighten straps. Could be a little bit easier to tighten. Maybe it's just I haven't figured it out yet. Also, I have really small hands, so it's always a problem. I think that should be good. I do like also just first impressions. They're short, much shorter. Like, this is pretty much because these are twists. I have to have some room to be able to twist them. Oh, let's see it. I can get it shorter. Yeah, this is as short as I can get these, like, pretty much possible. And this, okay, it's shorter, for the Locus gear. But, I never get them this tight just because they're just harder to get apart, especially when it's cold. And these things never want to lock right and everything else, so. You save about 1 inch in height, which is awesome, but these are super lightweight. As well as they look a lot better. And the flick locks, I'm hoping. I've only had once. I've never had a problem with these for slipping on me. Once, I think it was just my fault in the cold. They were wet. I think they were also wet, so that probably didn't help with dirt. But I think once they slipped on me, like I was pushing down on them and they just like collapsed. And it was one pole or something. And maybe once, they never collapsed overnight. But when I was setting up my tent, they collapsed once because I didn't get it tight enough. But yeah, hopefully that problem should be completely eliminated with these the flick locks. I already actually like these. They're actually really good because you can, even with gloves on, I could do this. Sometimes with these poles, the gloves would slip. I couldn't tighten them. With this, I could easily, with any of these gloves back here, even these gloves. As unnimble as these are, I can still turn this, and boom, and take it off. Bring this one up to the Lewis. It's gonna have to be pretty easy for me to remember where to put these. It's the Lewis on each one. It says 105 centimeters. Okay, not quite. Lewis is 100. It does not marked as that. Lewis on this is still 105. 105 on both, I think, is my ideal. Stand up. Even with a glove on. A little bit hard to get my hand through here. But yeah, I'm ready. So far, really good first impression on these poles. Of course, they were $130, so they better be, for the two, of course. Conversion rate or currency rate between the Japanese yen and US is getting better for the US, I guess worse for the Japanese. But so if you're in the US and you're watching this video, it's currently it's still going downhill, and I didn't feel like waiting. And yeah. If you have any questions, I'll try and answer them what I can. I'll just show you the basket that actually screws on wrong direction. That screws on there, so I don't think that's gonna come off. Plus, it's flexible too. I might actually use the baskets. We'll see. Yeah, I'm a jabbermouse, but I'll let you guys go, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.